craziest jobs Warwick Capper had after footy. You won't believe number 3. Picture this. A man once paid $10,000 just to walk onto the SCG wearing satin shorts so tight they needed their own postcode. A man whose blonde mullet fluttered like a flag of chaos every time he flew for a speckie. Now standing in a fluorescent-lit shopping center aisle wearing a wizard hat, trying to sell you a $29.95 vacuum cleaner. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-footy life of Warwick Capper, the most gloriously unhinged showman Australian football has ever produced. It's 1992. The final siren has sounded on a career that delivered 389 goals, 1 Brownlow vote, and roughly 10 million column inches of pure tabloid oxygen. Sydney has just paid him out. The Gold Coast nightlife no longer needs another shirtless legend on the dance floor, and suddenly the phone stops ringing. The king of the skies is grounded. What does a man do when the only skill the world ever paid him for was looking spectacular in budgie smugglers? Job number 1. Professional celebrity. Warwick turns up anywhere a camera is pointed. He launches nightclubs in his underwear, judges wet t-shirt competitions on the Gold Coast, and once arrives at the Melbourne Cup in a hot pink mankini with "Whiz" written across the arse in rhinestones. The crowd roars like it's 1987 again. He earns $5,000 for 4 hours, spends $4,999 on champagne, and calls it a living. But the 90s become the 2000s, and suddenly being Warwick Capper isn't enough anymore. So he invents Australia's most chaotic side hustle, the Wizard Home Loans years. Yes, you heard that right. Warwick, wearing a purple cape, pointy hat, and clutching a glittering staff, fronts television ads promising magic mortgages. The tagline, "I'll make your house disappear, into your hands." He films 20 commercials in one weekend, pockets $180,000, and for 6 glorious months is more famous for bad wizard puns than specky marks. Then comes the gig that still makes grown men spit out their beer, male stripper. At 45 years old, Warwick joins the all-male revue Manpower Australia. The poster shows him oiled up, wearing nothing but a G-string made from the old Sydney Swan sash. He tours RSLs from Binley to Bankstown, thrusting to "You can leave your hat on," while pensioners throw fivers and scream like it's the '87 prelim again. He later admits he only did it because the money was insane and the chicks still loved the Capper package. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepares Australia for job number 3. In 2011, Warwick Capper, the man who once dated Elle Macpherson, becomes a full-time vac cleaner salesman at Harvey Norman. Fluorescent lights, polo shirt 2 sizes too small, name badge that actually reads Warwick Home Appliances. Customers walk past doing triple takes. Kids ask for selfies next to the Dysons. He demonstrates suction power by hoovering up glitter while telling stories about the time he outmarked Tony Lockett. He earns commission, super, and a staff discount on toasters. The wizard has officially become Norm from White Goods. He tries reality TV next. Celebrity Big Brother, The Jungle, even a failed pilot called Capper's Comeback, where he attempts to play country footy at 50. Every episode ends the same way. Spectacular marks, spectacular fights, spectacular exit in week 3. He releases a single called "I Only Take What's Mine." It peaks at number 87 on the iTunes dance chart and becomes the unofficial anthem of Casula nightclub toilets. He launches his own brand of tight satin shorts called Capper's Cutters, sells 47 pairs, mostly to Bucks parties. He becomes a regular on talkback radio, ringing in to give betting tips while clearly 3 beers deep, still referring to himself in the third person. The Capper likes Geelong minus 42.5 tonight, Darl. Yet somehow, through the wizard robes, the stripper oil, the vacuum cleaners, and the rhinestone G-strings, there's something almost beautiful about it. Warwick never pretended to be anything he wasn't. The same fearless show pony who flew for impossible marks now flies for impossible gigs, crashing spectacularly, dusting himself off, and winking at the crowd. Today, he lives quietly on the Gold Coast, still with the blonde tips, still wearing shorts that defy municipal bylaws. He signs autographs for $20 a pop at sportsmen's nights and tells the same 5 stories on loop. But every now and then, a kid will walk up, wide-eyed, and ask if it's true he once marked the ball on Silvagni's head while wearing pink boots. Warwick grins that same lunatic grin from 1987 and says, "Mate, The capper only tells the truth. And maybe that's the strangest job of all, being Warwick Capper, full-time, forever. A man who turned falling from the sky into a 30-year career. Some players retire and disappear. Warwick retired and simply refused to stop being Warwick. And honestly, we're all better for it. If you need this turned into a YouTube-ready short-form script, long-form narration, title variations, SEO description, hashtags, or thumbnail text, just say transform it and tell me the format.